What is going on? Oh, there we go. Now it's working.
What is up? What's up, baby? What's up?
Are we looking good, Chris?
Still not.
I guess there must be a massive delay between.
My thumbnail is still up. That ugly picture.
I know.
It's still up there.
We're live. I got an error.
I like the
Looked
picture.
like the stream was delayed on YouTube. Oh my God! All right, hang on. I don't know what happened. I guarantee you someone reported us. Guarantee it. Aaron, hey, tell the team I'm making a new stream. I'll share the link. Hang on
It shows that the show is still upcoming.
Yeah, it says waiting for Lone Star Heroes, July 16th at 8 p.m.
Right here it says it looks like this stream was deleted on YouTube. Try creating a new stream or just remove this destination from the stream and re-add it. Okay. Edit. Remove. Okay, hang on 1 second. Okay, I'm adding again. Save changes. Hang on 1 second. All right, I think I got it. All right, there we go. I think I got all checks now. All right, I think I got it. All right, there we go. I think I can hear myself. I got all checks now.
Yeah, get running, buddy.
All right, I think I got it.
Okay. I got it. Yeah, we're live.
We're live. All right, cool.
What's up, muchachos?
What's up, What's up, everybody?
Googan HQ. Lone Star Heroes, Chris Steele, baby. What are we talking
What's up,
about?
Back to Adventures. Creation team. Got to match John's energy.
What's up? Okay, so minor error or issue. So, anyways, welcome to the Outdoor Hero Podcast from Lone Star Heroes Outdoors. I'm Jamie Hurley, the founder. We got Chris Steele from Tipsy Raccoon, pro staffer for Lone Star Heroes and Oklahoma Heroes. And we also have John Worm, the Googan HQ operations manager. So, anyways, for those, I'm wait back out. I'm making sure we're good on my side. See, on my side's not showing anything, so I don't know what happened. But if we all see it, I'll trust you. We're good. Okay, cool.
Well, thanks for having me on, y'all.
Oh yeah. You were the first perfect ideal guest we wanted. So, and Chris wouldn't have it any other way.
That's right.
Like that hoodie, Chris.
Thanks.
Incognito, baby.
Hey, so I just clicked on the link.
Thanks to the manager at Googan HQ. Oh yeah, John.
I can't see you. You're like blended in with that bed. You're almost gone. Yeah. Where'd he go?
I'm trying to see. Oh, okay. Now, okay. I see it. So it's a whole new. What the heck is going on?
I'm getting kind of warmed up.
Copy link. Hang on. I'm having to reshare it. Having to reshare it because YouTube's being dumb. Because I click on the link.
Still
Aaron
going.
Carey, what's up?
And it shows. So, all right. Discard code. New link for YouTube. Hey, you know what? I figured this was going to happen for YouTube Live. It's all good. Stuff happens. So paste, post. Okay, now it's taking forever to freaking post. So, okay, anyways. There it goes.
On my end for being live. So
now it says Googan HQ Manager John Worm.
Is it spelled right?
No, I think you freaking
Dr. J.
Oh, you know what? You know what happened, I bet?
No.
You know what happened?
It says Mr. Wiggles now.
I know what happened.
So Worm went to put it on his, and you deleted ours.
Oh, yeah? I'm the.
It's my fault because that's my description and title.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Hey, Chris, go. Yeah, change that up, buddy.
That's funny.
All right. Yeah. Oh, so Chris did it.
Yeah, it was other Chris though, the skinny one.
The skinny Chris. Okay, gotcha.
How do I change it?
You click on it. Just click on it. Oh no, at the top you see edit. Hang on, y'all talk. No. Well, Chris messed.
Will it help if I end the live stream off my channel?
No, we're live on ours.
Okay. I thought, Shadow Googan Squad member, aka HQ manager, was a great description.
Yeah, well, let's fix it.
He's
A little
the king.
It's a big title, buddy.
There we go.
But you're an important guy, and you're beloved by the fans.
I wear 20 hats just like everybody else.
Oh, what's up, Brian? So, anyways, yeah. So here we go. If you don't know who he is, he's the Googan HQ operations manager. He's the one who made the Googan HQ 2.0 what it is. Because before it was a tiny, tiny little store, and now it is a Googan mecca, as I say it.
You know, one of the reasons that when I first started with this company, I went to Robin Rackley and I said, "Man, let's blow this place up. Let's expand it." Because the first visit I ever had up there, I was looking for a Filthy Frog, and I went to Walmart Academy. I even went to Bass Pro. Couldn't find it anywhere. I drove all the way up to Crum to look for it, and sure enough, they didn't have it. So when I got hired on and we had to talk about expanding, I wanted to make sure that we had every single bait inside the retail store. You know, it's quite a drive. It's in the middle of nowhere, and really wanted to have everything and anything Googan, even stuff that wasn't online anymore that we still had inventory in. I wanted to make sure that everybody that walked through that door was going to find something special, or something from one of the OG videos. So
I would say you successfully did that.
Yeah, I'd say I do. I remember when I first walked in, I was like, "Oh shit!"
And a matter of fact, that day that I went in there, you can look to that small window where they used to have the big fish tank, and I look all the way in that back corner. I can see Peric back there working on his van, and I'm thinking, dang, if I wish I could go back there and help him, because I used to be a technician. I was a 1400 tech for Triumph Aerostructure. And so, I was real well known around electrical stuff and troubleshooting. As a matter of fact, I worked with my stepfather that had been with LTV Bot for many years, and he's a master electrician. But all the videos I saw of Peric messing with electrical stuff and batteries, I was like, this kid's going to blow something up. He's going to hurt himself. But never got the chance to talk to him. Still haven't met him to this day.
Really?
Yeah, still haven't met him.
He was living in the HQ.
Yeah, my first week at the HQ, it was a mess, man. It literally looked like a series from The Walking Dead. I walked in, there's like rat feces, there's piles of junk just in corners. It looked like people hadn't been there in months. And I opened this one door to an office, and there's a twin bed sitting in there. There's one of those big beanbag chairs, literally just rat feces and trash everywhere. I mean, I thought, I was like, God, am I gonna pull these like sheets off this mattress to throw it away, and Peric's gonna be like dead under there somewhere? Like, what the hell?
Petrified Peric.
But yeah, it was crazy, dude. It was crazy. It took me a long time to kind of really get used to realizing where I was at. I used to do some film work and stuff. I worked on the set of The Good Guys, which was a Fox TV show, and worked with Colin Hanks and Bradley Whitford. Also, do you remember that? It was a while back, but I also worked on a pilot with John Voight. You're always starstruck by that stuff, but watching the Googans for so long, man, it was just being in that place. Every single room was like a different studio. You know what I mean? And it was just like that shock you have. It took me a few weeks to realize where I was at, because everywhere I walked, I was like, I could remember a video and this and that. And yeah, it was pretty crazy, dude, because I was the only one there, literally working there pretty much by myself with one other guy for 2 years. Well, year and a half, and then we opened.
So were the Googans coming in and out at all, or?
Yeah. Matter of fact, they came up. They did a Googan week. This is kind of funny, embarrassing on my part, but they started filming in the main office area where Flair got tatted up, and they started filming a Googan week there. And one of the videographers, Wes, super nice guy, great guy to work with. But I didn't know any of these guys at the time, and I was cleaning up the HQ. I was trying to get it ready. I was moving things around, trying to organize it to get it ready for retail. And Wes and them are filming, and Rackley's actually pitching against the wall to a target, to a dartboard, and he flips it right in the bullseye. Well, I was in there trying to clean the fridge, and I'm making all this noise, and Wes comes around the corner with his camera. He goes, "Hey, can you just like for 1 minute?" And I'm like, "Yeah, dude, I got you. All good." I ended up standing in that room for like 45 minutes, and they completely forgot I was in there.
Really?
And I didn't want to come out because I'm like, shit, I don't know. I don't know if they're filming, if they're not. You know, it's not like a real set. You know, you work on a set, they give you green light, you know, red light, stop, cut, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, and they're the talent, and you're the construction man.
Yeah, I'm nobody. You know, what I was in the way. You know, get the hell out of my shot.
Okay, so you still think you're nobody, but you're not, dude. You're not anymore. How many videos? How many Googan videos do you think you've been on already?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, a few, maybe. I don't know. I mean, it's you get normalized by it, you know.
Oh yeah.
Everyone that all the guys, man, their character on film is exactly the same person. I mean, everybody's pretty down to earth, funny, fun to be around. You know, I mean, all the characters that you see, they're the same. And they'll come up and they'll talk to you when you work on set of a big production. You're not allowed to talk to the talent. You better make sure you're in your spot when cameras are rolling and yada yada. This is different. You know, it's YouTube. You got a lot more freedom, which is cool. And
as long as you don't violate those YouTube guidelines.
Yeah. You know, all these new violations that come out. But you know, I mean, to be honest, I think that's really why these guys became so successful is with just that brainstorming of coming together as each owns person. You know, I say character, but it's not really. It's, you know, they are themselves. That, you know, I don't want to say they're playing a character because they, like I said, they are who they are when you meet them. They're completely the same. But you know, they all became successful because their persona, their character, it was real. It wasn't fake. It's not scripted. So. Yeah, I mean, they're entertaining. They're great guys to be around. Yeah, I mean, I just can't believe how fast this company has moved in this industry within, 7, 8 years? I mean, I thought in the first 5 years, it was unreal what they had done. I mean, it's just amazing that nobody had touched the industry that I can recall, maybe even since the late 70s, early 80s, you know?
I will definitely agree with that. So I mean, when I first figured out, so I was watching Googan Squad videos, not even knowing who they were.
Yeah.
At first, and then I saw. I worked at Peterbilt in engineering, and I was watching the videos because I'm sitting there just typing away all day on the computer. So I put my headphones on, turn on YouTube. I love fishing, and I just freaking watched it all day. Yeah. I started with Rob, then went to Perrick, and then John B, and of course LFG because I remember him from collegiate fishing. And then and then I got tired of engineering. I'm like, man, I'm done with this. It was so just mind numbing. So I went back to the line building the trucks. Yeah. I saw a dude wearing a Googan hat, and I'm like, "Where'd you get that, dude?" I'm like, "I watched one on YouTube," and he's like, "The HQ's 5 minutes from here." I'm like, what? He's like, "Yeah, dude." He's like, "You could almost see the plant from the HQ." I'm like, "Well, crap!" So I went over there, and then the rest was history.
Yeah, I didn't even know that at the time back then. You know, 4, 5, 6 years ago, that the HQ was in Crum, literally west of Denton. And to this day, people still don't know that.
Oh, yeah. And that's the thing, you could never move the HQ because now it is ingrained that that's the HQ.
Yeah, it's just it's an iconic place.
Yeah. Very iconic.
You know, well,
And
we had to put those racks up in that warehouse because we were bringing in overage product and stuff and relocating. We had to put all these racks up, and I'm going to tell you, I've still got video from that day. I've never even posted of the racks going up, and it was kind of depressing, man. I was like, it's wild because there's so much history in that one area, you know, from so many people too, man. It's not just the Googans. You got so many other people, you know, jigging with Jordan that were involved, and
big talent that's been there. What was those guys' name that blew up the Volkswagen?
The
something boys. I can't remember them.
Nope.
Yeah, Nelk Boys.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
dude,
it's just boys out.
It's just the the HQ is very impressive. Don't change a thing. I agree, Brian, 100%. Dude, that's the thing is that people understand, like the way Worm's mind works is like, dude, me and him will be having a full-on conversation, and then he'll just walk away because something hit, and he's got to go do it right then and there. At first, I'm like, I'm like, really? And now I'm like, oh, Worm, something popped up in Worm's head. It's all good. And then he'll do it. And then,
I gotta take notes, or I got blueprinted out. You know, I don't want to forget it, but it's just, I don't know. Some ideas get thrown out on things, and then I twist it in different directions inside my head and come out with a different outcome than somebody else did. I try, you know what I mean? I'm always overthinking products that are built or the way people do things. Not that it's wrong. It's just, how can we do it in a different way? You know what I mean?
You make it very welcoming in the store, because that was one of the things, like, I just found out about the HQ like 6 months ago, roughly now.
Yeah, I guess that's the first time you popped in.
Yeah, and like our interaction was the reason I kept coming back.
It's crazy, man.
I love the product.
Yeah.
When people pop in there, dude, you see their faces, especially the kids, and it just kind of blows my mind. I mean, I put a lot of elbow grease into it, a lot of work, and a lot of brainstorming, and just creative process. And once that ball just started rolling, it just everything just kind of snowballed. And I was on to one project as a part of the store, then I get on another one, complete it, get on another one, complete it. But the whole point was, when I was talking to Rackley and I was talking to Rob, it's like, y'all's faces aren't even inside this store. We have no photos of you guys. Like, I want people to be able to walk in here and see stuff and recognize a video. And I even put these little QRC codes to where you could scan it. So you can go up to some of these things that got hanging in the ceiling or on the fridge, or for example, the rods, all the prototype rods I got from left to right to what Googan ended up with, and you can scan that, and that will bring up that documentary for the building of the Googan rods, which is a crazy good documentary. I mean, that's a video that really got me fired up about working with Googan. So, but the point was, let's build something to where the kids and the family can come in, they can recognize things, and they could stand next to it, take pictures. It was kind of like my thought process was, my old man used to take me down to the Autorama in Dallas on the weekends. You get to stand next to the Knight Rider car or the Dukes of Hazzard car or whatever, and you get to take pictures, right? So a lot of stuff like that doesn't exist anymore. And, Googan had such a huge following from so many different people. And then the guys have their own channels on their own. I mean, people want to come up, they want to experience some of these things. And I've even got the kayak that they drove themselves around, at the HQ with behind a pickup truck, and they were doing jumps on it. I think I was like a Perrick and Weston Smith and Rackley and them. Rackley almost got hit by the truck on the dirt bike, I think.
So I think that's the difference between Googan and any other YouTuber, is that this is a living museum. Like, you can walk in and look in the ceiling and see everything that was actually used in the videos, or most of it that was used in the videos. And you have all the videos playing all the time. And it's like everything there's tangible. You have OG gear to the latest gear. You have the OG baits to the newest baits. I mean, the problem is it just doesn't stay in stock there. That's the problem you have. Is
Yeah,
you can't keep up with demand, which is a great problem to have.
Yeah, it is. Even it's amazing to me because I think a lot of outdoor companies today are somewhat struggling, and some didn't even make it through COVID. But we've been generating some pretty big numbers this year, which is really surprising. Because even the kayak industry that I came from has kind of seen a little bit of a downfall. But we're doing very well. I think we came out with over 100 new SKUs last year. Our entire crappie line,
which is dope.
New soft baits. Yeah, all the guys did their own colors on the Bandito bug. That was really cool. And look for a lot of that to come. There's a lot of new stuff that's going to be coming as well.
All right, so one moment for our commercial break. Well, it's not really a commercial break, but today's video is brought to you by Googan Squad, and it's just not because Worm's here. It's brought to you by Googan Squad because if you don't know, Googan is one of our biggest backers. I can go to Worm and say, I got this, no problem. Anybody in there, I go, hey, we got this, no problem, dude. I have never, I've been doing this for a while. I have not worked with any other companies that are willing to do as much as Googan is to get y'all outdoors. And that's what's amazing. So today's episode is brought to you by Googan Squad. You can use our code LSH, save 10%. And when you use it, we also get support from it as well. Legit. They cut us a gift card. We turn around, we use that gift card. Like the last one, I used it to help out the kayak team. Even though Worm already takes care of them, they were like, hey, we want to get some shirts. And so I'm like, to help rep the brand. Yes, done. So today's giveaway, which is, we'll do it at, hey, we'll give you a minute. We'll do it at 8:35. So what I need everybody to do is like and comment your name, and we'll pick from there. So go into the live feed, comment your name, like this video, and what you're going to win is this bag from Worm. It is loaded. Absolutely loaded. It has a topo hat in it. What was this one called? The Originals? Banging with the Originals?
I can't remember if that's the Texas Rig Bundle or
the OG Originals.
Bestsellers.
Dude, it's full. It's full.
Yeah, it's one of our most recent bundles, and
yeah,
our bundles are flying online right now. It's actually pretty hard for us to keep up.
So put your name. Actually, yeah, put your name in there, and then we'll pick a winner at 8:35. You know what? We'll pick two winners. Hang on. Because I got a Googan wall over here. Hang on one second.
Oh, dang. There you go. Hurley got his own store.
Of course I do. So what we'll do is we'll pick a second winner, and they'll get a pack of Beefcake Orange Bandito bugs. This is Andrew Flair's personal color.
Yeah, that's Flair's color, dude.
That's Flair's color right there, buddy.
That's a sick color.
So,
and a set of Freedom ones to go with the Beefcake.
And you got Rob's color in there.
Yeah, I only got one pack of those, and I ain't giving them up.
Oh, so. This is.
Dude, I don't have a pack of either of those.
For you.
You don't have these?
No.
Don't worry, Worm. I can take care of you.
I'm telling you, man, stuff just doesn't stick around. I want.
I remember you were taking the stuff that was supposed to go to the influencers, and you were putting it on the shelf so the customers could buy it. So it's said bar open. Joshua Smith, the bar. Worm made a bar in the HQ for people just to come in and hang out. That's what it is, and it's crazy cool. So, but
yeah, that whole bar. When we opened it up, it was they never even filmed. That's like one area that they never filmed in. That was just a kitchen no one ever used. Everything just got thrown and cluttered in the corner there. But I had the idea of opening that up, building a bar out of it, and there was actually two end tables that were in Perrick's room when he was living there, and so I took those and I embedded them in some of the racking that was left over. I chopped up some of the racking and I welded it up, and I set those pieces of wood in there, and I took all the OG original pictures from the first customers that was on the pillar, and I embedded it in that table. So
there's one thing that always bugs me more is that you don't give yourself credit for what you created. Especially
it was fun. I mean, I enjoyed doing it. It was a lot of fun. I'd do it again. But, I mean, really, honestly, I think what my drive was really I wanted to I just wanted to help Googan in any way that I could to get this retail space built back up and just make it exciting and fun for people, for kids and for families and for veterans, people that are fans. I really wanted something that people could come to and just, really see the whole physical piece of it, because you're watching really thing on, online. So I thought, why not? Let's build something like some type of museum or something. That's what I was talking to Rackley about when we were doing it. I was like, dude, I want to make this kind of like a museum or something. That when you walk through the doors, the first thing you see is that podium that I built, and then that glass structure with the rods and with the reels in it displayed. So yeah, I wanted to make it something fun for people.
I really like back to the QR codes.
Oh yeah,
you've got those displays with baits and how to rig them, and then you can scan the QR code and it tells you how to fish them, how to work them, like all the tips and tricks to it.
Yeah, man, and I really think that with Googan baits, those guys just really did very well with the process of one step to another, A, B, C, D, all the way to Z. You know what I mean? And knowing what goes with what. So, you walk in our store, you see the Bandito bug. Well, if you go over to our terminal side, you see the Bandito flipping hook. And my idea was, well, let's take the sections of soft plastics, and in between it, let's interline all of the hammer hooks or the Bandito hooks or the blazing worm hooks, or all the hooks that go with that plastic. Let's do that, and then all the terminal tackle, just everything that the guys recommend in the Googan Lab video. So I boxed everything up in those plastic boxes, and everything inside the box, I put the weight, the hook, the bumper stop if one was used in it, the type of line, the fishing line. So, the thickness, fluorocarbon, monofilament, braid. So inside that box, you can grab everything right there. Just like when you go to the grocery store, you get your milk, your eggs, your butter, everything's right in that section so you don't miss anything. And I just find it genius with Googan, whoever thought of that process for people to know what to grab to go with what. I mean, it's just genius to me, because when I was younger getting into bass fishing, I go to Bass Pro and you see all these hooks, and of course they all have different dimensions, different curves, and then you got your different weights, and a lot of it's just overwhelming.
Yeah. Almost get anxiety trying to pick out something.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And that's the thing is, like, dude, they come out with a new bait, and you're like, okay, it looks like this, and then you fish it, and you're like, this fish is awful. Like, oh, you're supposed to rig it like that. I'm like, well, why didn't you tell me? Yeah. I mean, dude, Googan Labs is probably one of the most underrated channels on YouTube because it's real knowledge. It's real knowledge.
Yeah, and it's great. On those plastic boxes, like Chris is saying, I put those QRC codes on there, so you can grab everything and that bait that you need. You grab the plastic, the terminal, everything. Scan that QRC code, have it on your phone, take it home, watch it, and whether it be John, Rackley, Flair, Rob, somebody's going to teach you how to use that, throw it, rig it, swim it, everything you need to know within a matter of minutes, which is amazing. And then when you're out on the water, you can pull that video back up. If, you need to troubleshoot it somehow, or it's just not working right. Or, I mean, that's what's great about the Googan Labs channel is you can find so much information that people just don't put out there. So with Googan, it really seemed like just a genius plan was, we don't want you to just purchase our product. We want you to be able to go out and catch fish with it. And on that note, a lot of our baits have a lot more action on it than others. A lot of people complain about, some of the baits are too soft. But that's one thing that Googan has done too in the past years is they've listened to their audience and their people, and they've made adjustments. But you got to realize, you compromise between two things. It's either you got a real stiff plastic bait, or you got something that's got a lot of action, and it's either you're going to cast it 30 times or you're going to cast it 2 or 3 times and catch fish, and that's the point.
Yeah, so I do, and that's the people who complain about the durability.
Yeah,
it's like, how experienced of a fisherman are you? Because you're not going to have. You're either going to have action or you're going to get durability. You're not going to have both. I mean, I would say, okay, so yeah, Googan baits, they were extremely soft when they, like the first run, they were extremely soft baits.
Yeah, and I think that was an adjustment with the salt that they had made. They ended up pulling a little bit of salt out of some of these baits, if I understand correctly, which was an adjustment. But that's one thing with Googan is that we're going to listen to our fans. We're going to listen to our audience. We're going to make those adjustments. Not saying that others don't, but I mean, that's just a part of the quality of the brand with our customer service and our clientele. We want to have that relationship with our people that if you've got a gripe, let us know and we'll bring it to the table. And if there needs to be adjustments, we'll do it. And that's what a real business is, right? You got to give the people what they want. You can't make what you want. It ain't going to sell.
Yeah.
You got to give what the people want.
Hey, just real quick. I'm about to pick some winners. So like this, comment your name, and we'll pick somebody in case you didn't know what we're giving away. We're giving away one winner is going to win a pack of Beefcake Orange Bandito bugs. That's Andrew Flares. Another winner is going to win a pack of Freedom. That's Rob Turculus. And then one person is going to win this big old money bag full from Googan Squad, courtesy of John Worm. Look at that sucker.
Let's go, baby.
Let's go. Yeah. You know what? Hey, you know what? I do. So I love giving stuff away. I just do. I mean, what I do is I know the end effect is going to get people outdoors. And that's what we do. I like, because at the end of the day, because I don't think sometimes like that pack of baits. Boom, that pack of baits. Oh, it's almost time to draw. That pack of baits is very, 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 very important to just getting people outside. So, to Googan, to us, it's just, what, $2-3 in manufacturing. But to like veterans, hey, Aaron, something's going on with the banners. That it means a lot. So, but you know what? Because since we got a few minutes, let me see what else I got over here in my hole.
Did we say merch in the banner? Googan Classics?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite hoodies, that Incognito. That's a pretty dope hoodie, man.
And I love how comfortable it is. Even as a big guy, it's hard to get big sizes to fit.
Oh, hey, my baby mama one just commented. Baby mama one. So we're gonna pick. Have 4 winners. I probably have one of the biggest stashes outside of Googan of HQ Green.
That's gonna be an iconic bag because there ain't much of them.
Yeah. Well, I bought a whole case of them from Matty B. So.
Dang.
And then another one. Yeah, I paid full price too. I paid full price. And I'll pick another winner for Rackley's color. The Tequila Sunrise Blazing Worm.
Dude, his color is sick. Yeah, see, can you pop that out of that package and
I'm giving it away. So
the camera, man, he did a hell of a job with that color.
I don't know how good it's going to show up with my lighting. Oh God, it's heaven.
I told my wife we should make some slaunch sauce air fresheners, and she said,
I put it in mine. I'd put it in there.
Yeah, dude, that's a killer.
So look,
color.
Dude. Okay, look at that color pop. Look at that color pop.
Yeah,
in that lighting, and that's how it looks in real life.
It's a really cool color.
That is Joshua. Is that the Joshua Smith, my neighbor? I just want to verify because he's saying he needs a hat. But that's my neighbor. He's the one who actually named our podcast. So, now I got my baby mama's husband texting me. You had us rolling.
Hey, and for those of you
I have to
that
give my
don't know,
baby mama's designation numbers. So,
for those of you that don't know, those Bandito bugs are designed by Scott Martin, which is a heck of a hammer. And his father's got a huge history of bass fishing. If you don't know who Roland Martin is, but Scott's daughter, she's coming up, man. She's good too. But Scott designed that Bandito bug, and it is probably one of our most popular baits.
So Joshua, yes,
usually catches giants.
Yeah, it does.
Joshua Smith, since we picked your name for the podcast, I'm gonna give you a hat. That's my plan. Is to give you a hat anyways. So, and now it's time to pick the winners. Chris, can you see the people commenting over there?
Yep.
Pick 4 people that put their name in there.
You
know what? If you hang out to the end, hang on. Before you pick, go ahead and pick your names. But if y'all hang out to the end, let me see what else I got over in my corner. I got a whole big thing of. We'll give away some more of these at the end because I just found a whole case of.
Wait, are those Flares Banditos? What about
Worm?
I'm gonna have to buy one off of you, or you can't?
No, I'll give you. I thought you had one, bro.
No,
I will bring you a pack.
No,
I will bring you a pack. Okay, Chris, pick some winners. Give me some names.
We got Brandon Vaca.
Brandon
That's how you
Vaca.
say it.
Yep.
Brian Bishop.
If Baby Mama 1's not one, I'm gonna be in trouble. So who picked who? What Brandon Vaca win?
Brandon. How about I pick the names and John picks what they win?
There we go. Go for it.
So who'd you pick? You picked Brandon.
Brandon Vaca.
Give Brandon the big bundle bag.
All righty. Congrats, Brandon.
And we got Brian Bishop.
Flare Bandito bug.
Corey Cox.
Let's do the Googan HQ green.
And
this will be the last one, yeah?
The last one, yeah. Pick one.
how about Joshua Smith? He
Yeah,
was
All
our
right,
first-
there we go.
Getting that
comment
Freedom Fighter
first,
Bandito bug, baby.
Yeah,
That's
well,
Rob.
after the podcast's over, he can just drive over and get it. Hey,
Nice.
Brandon Curry. Who else?
Brandon Vaca
Two Brandons.
is the big bundle.
Yeah. So Brandon, all y'all are friends with me on Facebook, anyways. Just message me and I'll get them out to y'all.
Brian
So-
Bishop was the
Beefcake,
beefcake.
and then Curry was Curry Cox. He won the Googan HQ, and then Joshua Smith's my neighbor, so he can come get these.
And then we also had the Freedom bugs. Or we
Oh, the Freedom. That's right. So who wants the Freedom?
Yeah, that went to the last one, right?
Is that Joshua got the Freedom ones, or did
No,
he-
Joshua got the. We didn't. That's
what?
just pick
So-
someone.
So what I've got so far is Brandon Vaca has the big bundle.
Yep.
Brian Bishop won the beefcake.
Yep.
Corey Cox won the Googan green,
Yep.
and Joshua Smith
Won the Blazing Worms.
the blazing worms.
So one more. Pick one more. Let's go. Brandon Vaca already messaged me.
Hey, yeah, check those comments because they might be giving you hell if we gave away something to.
Hey, they know the odds are I will be giving more stuff away. And
Well, I'll see if I can get my hands on some more of those.
So
some of those Freedom.
the Freedom Bugs. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm not too heartbroken. My ex's husband didn't get anything because Maddie B hooked him up because he saw the post I made about reconnecting with my daughter. And he's like, bro, here you go, hook him up.
Well,
I'm like, what?
That
Dude, that's sick.
commented their name. So I think that was the only forum seeing that commented their name. Like did the specifics for the giveaway.
Cool. Well, congratulations to everybody.
Yeah.
So we'll
That's
do
cool.
Cody Daly as the Freedom Bugs.
Okay, cool. Baby daddy. True.
That's cool.
Yeah, hey, my daughter won't wear Googan stuff, so because she's like, okay.
Just tell her to cut the sleeves off like my wife does. My wife cuts the sleeves off everything and she'll wear it. So she's like,
think
"Don't
mine
have me
is
girly t-shirts."
Almost more Googan merch than me.
I got tons. But anyways, okay, so there's one subject I wanted to backtrack on. So it's worm, not Oh, your wife's on worm. It's worm, not like grasping what the impact influence he's made in the fishing. I'd say the YouTube fishing world and in the veteran community. Because, dude, you've had people drive from literally almost Mexico come to the HQ to see the HQ.
All over. I've had people come from the UK, from Ireland, from Puerto Rico, everywhere. It's wild. It's wild. Like when Rackley goes out in the videos and they go do Googan Week and whatnot, when he says he runs into fans like outside of the States, he's not lying. I mean, it's wild how many people these guys have reached. I mean, it's just unreal.
See, this is what we're talking about. We'll see how good of a job Worm does, and he still talks about someone else.
I've been in the Dubai airport and seen 3 different Googan shirts.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah,
it's wild. I think it was Puerto Rico. Me and my wife were walking over somewhere to fish off a peak, a real high point, and a guy was on. He was loading up his. Oh my God, what was it? It was an Old Town. It was an Old Town kayak, the one that has spot lock, autopilot. Golly, I've been out of the game for a while. Yeah, it was an autopilot. He was loading up, and he actually recognized the brand that I was wearing, which was Googan. And then shortly we kind of got to talking. He goes, "Oh, you're that guy that redid the HQ," and I just blew my mind. That was wild.
The people recognized you.
Yeah, all the way out in Puerto Rico. So he was fishing with his daughter. He had his daughter sit in the back of a Old Town autopilot, and they were loading up while we were walking by. Pretty wild. So
That's awesome.
It seems to be a pretty huge movement, and people like the brand. So, I mean, that's why I wanted to get on. I've never seen anyone really in any company, especially this industry, give back to the community as much as Googan has.
Oh, hands down.
But
dude, I couldn't even put even though I'm supposed to, a numerical amount on how much y'all help us alone, on top of everybody else you see.
We do a lot as a whole, and it's not always on camera. We don't always, film it and put it out. It's every now and then, but I mean, the company as a whole does quite a bit to give back.
I think that's what makes it better is that you're not out there bragging about it, or y'all just I can't even count how many times I've seen y'all literally bags of baits to help someone. I mean, I know, and y'all get requests every day, all night long. You get tons of requests, and I mean, so I couldn't be in your position because my position is to like help, but y'all have to pick, who you help here.
Yeah, try not to give everything away, but you know, we met up with Duke last year, and Duke's actually my old boss over at Mariner Sales. Great company. If y'all don't know about Mariner Sales, they're over off it's near Royal Lane in Dallas, but he carries like all the major brands, everything. But great people over there, and we hooked up with Duke. He runs a lot of the Texas trails, so North Texas kayak, and we did some giveaways, and I probably did more than I was supposed to, handing out stuff, but I literally took 2 tote bags. We have our medium and large tote bags. I think I took 2 mediums and I filled them up with everything we could, and we shot down to PK to one of their tournaments and just kind of let everybody go at it. And the whole thing of that was, we're in everybody's backyard. We're one of the biggest states for the biggest bass, and there's a lot of tournaments. There's a lot of anglers, and things are expensive right now. It's not a cheap sport anymore. Things are expensive. So I wanted to give people the opportunity to try Googan baits that haven't, and just to, kind of line people's pockets with some more baits to try to win some tournaments. But,
Well, you get a lot of just because of who Googan is, you get so many haters. It's like you get these people who are like, no, freaking Berkeley all the way, or Yamamoto, or anything like that. It's like, Yamamoto sold out, right?
There's nothing. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't understand the hate towards Googan.
Because people are going to hate. That's just what it is.
I mean, every company out there, I mean, we're talking about fishing, y'all. This is fishing. Like, everybody in fishing, man, since I was a kid, there's great people in fishing. I ain't never met a bad soul in, people that fish in this industry. But there's all kinds of companies that make great products. But, when you're in this industry now, it's so competitive and you got a full line of things. I think back in the day, somebody would make a worm or, a minnow or, something simple. And then that's what they stuck with. And now it's just a huge competition across the board. But there's so much more technology and to make better baits and soft plastics and this and that. So everybody's doing it. But, I'm not going to sit here and, say that every single bait with the Googan is great or hard bait. Yeah. I mean, they're good. They last. They work for me. But of course, some other stuff is going to work better than others. And that's where the creative process and the brainstorming and the hard work comes from our side, is because we want to do better than what people have put out. And I think that's what everybody wants to do, is just try to create something, make it fun, make a better product than maybe what other people are making. And I don't think it should ever be, anything about somebody hating somebody else's product or brand or
I think one of the biggest strengths that Googan has as a company is that they listen to their consumer base and stay up to date with the feedback to help improve those baits, instead of just being like, well, we're going to toss another thing out that's eye-catching. You're going to buy it because it's
literally
out.
That's what we don't
want to do that. And I've seen the guys time and time and time again, along with people in corporate, design a bait, put it out, give it to the guys, let them test it, rock with it for a couple months. They come back and they'll tell you what adjustments need to be made. And, that was a thing with Zaldane swim bait on our Bass Mafia side. Man, what a heck of a swim bait that came out to be. And they spent quite a bit of time on that and making adjustments. And it's turned out to be a great product. And that's the end goal here. We want to make great products that catch people fish, and we want to make it fun at the same time. So that's what it's about, man.
You mean this one?
Yeah.
I got the prototypes.
Speaking on that topic, which is pretty cool, is one of the designers had thrown out, I guess a few weeks ago, they were looking for some new names for some stuff on that side. And you're going to see one come out named Blue Steel. So everybody used to make fun of me because I used to always do the Blue Steel look. But it's just, dude, we got some sick baits that are coming out on the Mafia side and the Googan side.
So
it's fun, man. This is a fun company to work with. There's great people. There's creative people. And it's not a very stressful environment. I mean, everybody works together really great. It's a really cool place to work at. I'm amazed at what we have done. It's wild. It's pretty cool.
So
I know it's always enjoyable when I come visit. So
yeah. And you guys get to see some of the behind the scenes and stuff.
Oh yeah.
With what we're doing.
As I've been called the Googan side piece.
That's another thing too. When we reopened the HQ, is I wanted to take people behind the scenes and show them the kitchen and some of the old Googan lab and the new lab and just kind of what the warehouse looks like. And I was doing those tours for a while until we brought corporate back in. So corporate's now back up at Crum where they belong, which is cool.
They should have never left. Never left.
Yeah, and it's different because it was almost like a second home to me because I was up there by myself so much. So now it's really cool to have people and everybody up there with the company. It's great to see people and get to work side by side.
Too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy sometimes. I'm like, because I'm just like chilling in the back with y'all. I'm like, am I supposed to be here? Am I really supposed to be here? It's like
until I get the stick out and I start pushing you out with the stick, then you'll know.
I leave. I can get the hint sometimes.
But heck, man, you came on, the first Whatnot that we did, and we just kind of threw that together, which is something, guys, that if you don't know, we are going to get back on top of that and start streaming some more live stuff, and we want to have Hurley back on. Chris, we'll probably have you on too. I'd like to get Duke Tran on, and I think Rackley's wanting to have some involvement with it and some of the other guys, so it'll be fun. I really want to take some ideas. I don't want to say too much, but all these people that do these live streams are stuck in one room, right? I mean, we have an entire facility to use, so I want to expand on that, and I really have some big ideas for that. So I'm hoping that we get there to that point, but I want to make it fun for people, and I think
it's an adventure, not just a live stream of like, here you go, bid on this thing.
Yeah, and I got to get better at it too. You know, I'm not on camera a lot. I'm sitting back in the offices now, so. I used to run a small YouTube channel, you know, with the kayaks and the build outs and stuff like that. And I haven't been on camera really in a while, but it's fun. It's fun getting back into it. But what's important is I want to make it fun for the audience, and I want people to get their hands on some cool stuff. So actually dug up a bunch of those prototypes. Hurley, remember we were giving those prototypes away?
Oh, yeah, that was fun. Yeah, so I still want, we still need to do one more. Because you've done one with me and you. I muted myself. You've done one with me and you unplanned, and one with you unplanned. Now we need to do another one with me and you well planned and see the results.
Yeah,
we still did pretty good.
Yeah, we haven't really pushed it on the social platforms yet or anything like that, but we're going to get there. There's a lot of moving parts within the company, and and things that we're doing right now.
I really enjoyed the
focus on that.
So
I said I really enjoyed the whatnot y'all did.
Yeah, well, I felt like a.
Oh yeah, because you banked. I work with data. I work with data, and now it's bugging me because I have incomplete data.
Yeah,
and I really need to complete this data, so it's bugging the crap out of me. You know, I need some Bass Mafia stuff for up here. I got nothing Bass Mafia over here.
Yeah, we need to fix that.
Yeah, I mean, because like when I do get Bass Mafia, it's because I'm using it.
Yeah.
So,
Bass Mafia is got. I mean, I'm not trying to brag on. You know, I know I work for the company and all, but man, Bass Mafia's got some killer stuff coming out.
Oh, dude, Chris, I don't see how Bass Mafia is not bigger than dude. Bass Mafia put deep in their spoons, dude. Those big Larrys.
Yeah, those big Larry spoons that they did with Nichols, man, those are sick.
Eating my spoon up.
Zaldane does a heck of a job marketing and pushing that stuff. His videos are just freaking awesome quality, and dude, his podcast is wild. I think he's got one of the #1 fishing podcasts in the nation right now. Zal Dangerous.
Until we get bigger. We get bigger.
Yeah.
Just saying. Chris,
we'll have him
your
on.
Days are numbered.
Yeah. Yeah, he did. I mean, I think he's, that's the thing with entertainment and content is you got to outdo yourself every single time. And that's tough. I mean, I know that is for anybody that's on YouTube, especially if you're pumping videos out like every single day. And I know Weston Smith did that, man. I think that's how he really built his platform is he set a goal that he was going to drop a video every single day. And he did it. And he's very good at it. And the other guys are extremely awesome on their content. I love Rackley's content and Rob. It's just always something different. They're always outdoing the last one. And I don't know how they do it. Like I said, I ran a YouTube channel, a few years ago, and I followed behind them. But dude, it's not easy. You got to sit down. You got to film for hours. You got to edit for hours, especially if you're doing long content. But
plus halfway decent equipment to get in.
Yeah,
dude. It's crazy how you can film 6 hours and get 5 minutes of content.
Yeah.
And that's what we're learning now. Because me and Chris are going to start heavily focusing on content creation.
Any content is good content. You go out, for 5 hours and you don't catch fish and you filmed it, you got to pull from that. I mean, that's a real you want to be real on camera, right? You don't want to lie to your audience. So
you're not going to catch fish every time.
No.
If I'm going to need to change my channel name to to Skunk City. Well, that dude, I got to get John and Jamie on the boat so we can break that curse, man.
Oh, we will. Yeah. Once if I can, man, I can't. I don't even think I've been on the water in a year on my kayak, and I'm building out a John boat now, a John boat to a bass boat, and I'm having the Arrowwake boys behind us help me out a little bit. So that's cool. If y'all don't know who Arrowwake is, check them out. They make them real killer flat bottom end boats of fan boats that you know, you can take out Louisiana and Florida. Man, their stuff is serious.
Those things,
yeah,
they're like the Lamborghinis of airboats.
Crazy.
Hey.
I mean, handcrafted. You should see the guy over there, Kyle, that does the welding. Boy can lay some freaking dimes, bro.
Oh yeah, dude.
God.
I'm not sure what kind of language I can use, but his welding is
It's sick.
Almost as beautiful as him.
If you guys don't know, they actually built the sink and the shelving that's in the HQ. So if you look at those welds in that sink,
they built it?
that's from Kyle. Yeah. They
Tell
built
him to fix the drain.
Yeah. Well, I fixed the drain. I ended up fixing that.
Oh yeah, me and you are out there trying to figure it out.
Yeah. I countersunk it. I figured it out.
So if you haven't won
That
a prize,
design, good welds.
if you haven't won a prize yet, put your name in the comments, like this video. If you haven't already, I'm gonna give away 2 more packs of Beefcake Orange Bandito bugs, which is Andrew Flair's color. Are you gonna talk? Oh yeah, are you gonna toss those in? You gonna toss those in?
I can't toss those. Those a gift from my dad. But I am gonna toss in the hand-built box for every year-round fishing from John Moore himself.
Oh, that's cool.
There's 3 winners there now. Okay, so if you haven't won anything, put your name down in there and like the feed, and we'll pick 3 winners here in a little bit.
Y'all get on that. Get some of that them big
and
bass.
remember, today's episode is brought to you by Googan Squad. You can use our code for Lone Star Heroes, LSH, and save 10%. And every time you use that's the thing, every time you use our code, you also support us at the same time. So it's a win-win-win. And Googan definitely does honor that end for sure. So, but anyways, anybody have any questions for Warren? Put them in the comments. We'll rock and roll. Hey, I see, and all those people texting me, I see it. I'm live right now on a live stream. So
if I bring that hand-built box down to you, Worm, because I need to bring it to Jamie for the giveaway anyway, would you sign it for the winner?
Oh, dude, I don't know how to write.
Oh, okay. What about drawing the smiley face on it?
I don't know how to read either. I just put stuff together.
I fish, bro. I fish.
I'm just kidding. I'm left-handed, so that's about as bad. But
Harry, Carey, make your mark on it.
I'll mark it up and then I'll smear it all on there, just like a left-hander does.
And then it'll be on eBay in a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I just mailed a box of Googan stuff today to a winner from Oklahoma Heroes.
Here, let me show you. I'm gonna grab a couple things. I'll show you all some classic stuff that I got over here from when I fished when I was a kid.
Oh, I thought you were about to show us a prototype.
Hey, I can do that too.
Warren, show us one thing you think you can show us without getting in trouble.
Oh, and that hand-picked bundle from Worm has also got plastics. It's got green pumpkin purple lunker logs, the Midnight Club blazing worms.
John Sisk, are you still are you off or are you still on? I don't see him. Okay.
Crack and Crawl Alabama color.
Hey, Worm.
Yo.
One of my staffers, he's been wanting to come. Oh, sorry. Chris, were you adding to that?
Yeah, because the bundle John built had plastics with it as well. Green pumpkin bandito bug, Alabama crawl, Midnight Club blazing worms, which are killer.
Damn, can I win?
And the purple lunker log.
Okay, so that's three winners. Each 2 winners will get a pack of Beefcake Orange bandito bugs, and then a hand-built box by Worm that Chris still owns. So, then we'll get Worm to sign it. Hey, Worm, one of my staffers, he just had a death in the family, and he will be here for the services. and he wants to know if he can come see you at the HQ because he's been dying to meet you. He
Okay.
wants you to sign his GE frog.
Oh, yeah, man, of course. Yeah, come on
Okay.
up. I'll open the doors up, and we'll take a walk around the facility. Yeah,
Ah, cool.
yeah. But I wanted to show you all this. This is an old heading. This one's, I think, the torpedo. Check this out.
I could see that from just the eye. That's OG right there.
Yeah. Oh, isn't that cool? So I got a bunch of these that back in the early 80s, probably 80, 81, 82. Some of these are older than that, but this is what I used to fish with down in East Texas with my grandfather. But he has his old.
I remember.
Did you modify that one?
No,
the last one
modified.
Oh, really? Yeah. So it's intact.
Oh yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
I want to fish with these so bad, but it's like, man, I don't want to lose it. But that's crazy, huh? I mean, from what we've come to now.
Oh yeah.
I got a few other ones, but let's see.
Well, that's what Chris was talking about, his live scope issue. Chris, are you good? You froze. Oh, there you are.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened.
Did you ever talk about your did you ever figure out your live scope issue?
Being glued to it too much?
Huh?
You couldn't Bluetooth to the live scope or the Garmin unit?
No, it's on Lowrance. It was the my issue I was having was the black void because it was I think it was it was too low next to the trolling motor, so it was interfering maybe.
Yeah, you're getting feedback. So that's one thing you got to be aware of is that when you're running your live scope and your units, they need to be separate from your starter motor and have all your electronics separated, running in parallel with other batteries. That way you don't get any type of interference, for one, on your screen. Number two, you're not going to, you want to have like at least 50. I think normally on a kayak we did like 50 amps to run just the live scope unit itself. And then I think I ran like all the lights and USBs along with the head unit together. But yeah, any motors, you got to make sure that, they're not connected, intertwined together. You're going to get a lot of feedback.
Yeah, I know. Whenever we finally find a day to get on the boat together, I want to have you take a quick peek at it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we can take a look at it.
I can improve.
So what he's basically saying is that he's going to take you out on the boat, but you got to fix it first.
Yeah. That don't bother me none. I love troubleshooting. I love troubleshooting and working on things. But even with the live scope transducers, there's even a certain direction that if you coil those wires, it'll actually get a much better clarity on the screen.
Huh.
Yeah. That old jitterbug.
Dang, that's in great shape too.
I like that color.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? I got this one.
I got one of those. I have my grandpa. Okay, my grandpa was a huge fisherman. When he died, we got everything, and I gave most of this stuff away, except for some OJ. Dang.
It's like a bug that you.
Yeah, it's a bug.
Isn't that cool?
I want to frame mine, along with my hey, Worm. Am I the only one outside of Googan that owns the most Googan prototypes?
Yeah, because
maybe
you be hammering on them auctions, dude.
Hey, you say prototypes? You say prototypes? I go full idiot.
Guess who can't bid on them whatnot auctions now? Who's gonna be the new king?
Yeah, man. I'll be honest. If I've got some of the prototypes, but I really want to sell all of them off to people because they're just so cool. Like those little crabs that we had, and then the shrimps.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I went down to the Googan Creek and I threw that shrimp, and I was like, I can't believe we didn't come out with that. The torque and mullet.
You have no idea how happy this makes me.
Dude,
it makes me.
That's
why Chris texted me with some inspirational words, I should say, when I won this.
We only had two of those. That were prototype in the clamshell with the marketing and the illustration on it. I think there might be a few more in some bags that we have, that are single. But yeah, we only had two. It was that chartreuse color, and then we had like a pearl. But dude, it's cool.
All right,
cool.
I'm
I
gonna
think I
draw.
got the pearl, but it wasn't. I got the ones that weren't in the packaging.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna pick two. I'm gonna pick the winners real quick. So Asher, hey, type this down for me. Asher Cox, you won the big packet, the handmade box by John Warren, and with the bait, huh?
Congratulations, bro.
That's who I picked for it too. As I was
Oh,
saying.
really? Oh, okay, yeah. So I went back and I grabbed some. That's when I turned my camera off. I went back and I grabbed some names. Baby Mommy 1, Alexandra. Well, I guess or Sean, whoever's watching. I will bring you a pack of beefcake orange bandito bugs when I pick up.
Don't eat them though. I don't know what's gonna happen.
And look, I didn't have a third winner, so Jerry Hurley, my father, just popped on. So, Dad, I'll bring you a pack later too.
That's cool.
Yeah, my dad, he doesn't. He's like, when you gonna bring me something? I'm like, no.
He's got to get on here to get them.
I got him I got him a camo Googan hat, and he was pretty happy with it. So he wears it. So
Cool.
But yeah, so there we go. So yeah, put Jerry Hurley and Sean Fuller for the
Jamie
bandito.
for data, and I need to win something.
Yeah, I look just like my mom though. So I'm like, I'm spinning as my mother, and so is my daughter looks exactly like my mother. But it's Worm. So show us something. You show us something Googan that no one's seen yet.
Dude, I don't have anything here because if I did, I would have got my hand slapped.
Just a hand slap.
They're all on my CEO's desk, and I don't touch them. That's a no-no. But
You mean
there's
like
some cool stuff laying out.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, we got a lot of good stuff coming out. Great ideas. There's even stuff being worked on behind the scenes that I don't know about. I catch wind of stuff every now and then, but
Hey, I know. Hey, it's all company secrets. You can't tell them all.
hey, I like being serious. I don't know everything. I don't know everything. I just when it lands at the HQ and I open a box, you know, my eyes light up a little bit, and I put it away and I forget about it. Just forget about it. It ain't there. Leave it on Trey's desk and don't touch it again. That's it.
If me and Jamie promise to bring them back, can we
Dude,
help
it's
test some of the
so
prototypes?
hard. It's so hard for me to not take something and go hit the lake and just bring it back. You know,
We just
I
want to
like
see how
my
it
job.
Hey, Asher Cox, just to let you know, there's going to be a slight delay in getting your prize because it's got to come down here to get autographed by Worm. So, just to let you know, you get signature by Worm. Yeah. So, anyways, this has been very good. Even with the minor blip in the beginning, this was really good. We had actually a really good turnout. I'm sure this will get several more afterwards. But so about
Well,
I mean,
you know, ICAST is going on right now.
oh, I forgot. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
ICAST and RNC is going on right now.
Yeah.
So we're competing against that. But did Googan go to ICAST this year?
I don't think we got a booth down there, but I believe a few of the team members have gone down there to do some business for sure. And I don't, last year with ICAST just didn't seem to be a whole lot of new stuff that come out.
No, dude,
I don't know.
okay. So I saw the list and I'm like, this ain't. I'm like, but dude, they didn't even freaking mention the Googan crappie line. And that's probably one of the biggest drops of the year in the fishing world.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Dude, and like the Googan crappie, I mean, it works. It's legit.
Yeah. That crappie line catches so many different types of bass. Did you not see that? What was that? A 12-pounder that Rob caught on a dangle dart? Monkey mill? Are you kidding?
When are we gonna get a mini bandito?
Oh yeah,
They have
that'd be
one.
pretty sick. Yeah.
Oh, it's kind of like one.
Well, you have the
crappie
bandito junior.
I think the last one that just dropped was the dub grub.
Yeah,
right.
Dub grub's good. I'm a big crappie guy.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I did very well with those. What are they? The saucy.
Saucy Slimmers? No, saucy.
Yeah.
No, the saucy Slimmers is the new.
It was the electric chicken color that I was throwing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I love that one.
Yeah. But yeah, they look just like the saucy swimmers. I just went blank. Let me see. Getting old, man.
What'd you find, Chris? Did you have yours in your bag?
No, they're in the
Or was that
bag.
your bass bag?
No, that's my bag.
Well, I have a bag for bass. I have a bag for crappie.
That's
Okay.
my in general truck bag that I throw it in there anytime I'm going anywhere. So if I see something fishy looking, I can throw it on the go-to rod.
That's a good idea. I need that. I need to get an
Yeah.
in general truck bag.
I keep a GoPro. My phone stays charged in the truck. That bag that's behind me, and a go-to spinning rod and a go-to baitcaster rod in the truck 24/7. So if I see
Okay.
anything that I can reach from the other side of the fence while I'm inside the highway, I'm throwing a lure in there.
But you live in Oklahoma too, so it's not like frowned upon.
Yeah. There
Oh
you
yeah,
go.
yeah,
Swimmers.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
the
a snacky
snacky
swimmer.
swimmers we've got in a 2.0, so a 2 and a 2.5. But dude, I was killing it in the creeks for the white bass run this year on these.
Oh really?
That's
Oh,
what I
In
call
the
my
creeks?
my white bass on
Yeah.
too. Is
And I'll tell you the reason why. It's because I was watching Rackley's videos, and Rackley was throwing this electric chicken and the snacky swimmer, and he was just tearing it up. Wherever
Rackley does. Rackley loves that snacky swimmer though.
Yeah, it's just a great bait, dude. It's crazy though, the line of crappie baits that we have, because we have some that have a lot of action and we some have that don't have any action. You know how crappie are, man. They're just, they either want something that moves or they don't, and then and the colors are just freaking picky. They're just
my big problem with crappie is I'm still learning how to dangle it just right in front of them.
Yeah,
get it right in front of their face. Yeah,
I mean, you gotta
not a pop
it. I mean, that's it. It's just, it can't be too much. It's just a little bit.
Well, for me, I think it's letting it get deep enough.
Yeah.
Instead of thinking that they're going to come up all the time to get it.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Not even our live stream can ditch the question that Googan is asked all the time.
Yeah, when are the bait casters stopping, John?
You see
when
that?
are the bait casters coming out? Man,
when are they coming out, Warren?
If I had an answer for that,
yeah, I know.
Question.
They're coming. They're coming. They are coming.
If I had the answer, I would already have 10 pre-ordered. Okay.
And he's not lying.
There's a really good explanation for this, y'all.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna throw anybody under the bus here, but I'm gonna say we've been getting like slapped in the face for this, and
it's not really
catch go.
Let's just say that.
Catch go. What?
Yeah, there's like I said, through COVID, there were some companies that made it through after COVID, and there's some that didn't. And I think there's some companies out there that maybe just had maybe too many brands, products that just couldn't keep up. But I don't know. I'm hoping that they do come out. I mean, the guys spent a lot of time designing those things and putting a lot of load on those bait casters. And with the bait casters, every single one's supposed to come out with a logo, so you know what rod it matches up with. And the whole point of that is going back to that education, is if let's just say you throw on a go-to rod, you can get the bait caster and don't have the go-to logo on it. That way you have the right gear ratio. That's going to be the same with your twitch, with anything else, your muscle. Every single one of those bait casters are supposed to come with a logo, due to people not knowing what gear ratio to throw on what action rod. So again, that's another genius idea that Googan's coming out with. But I hope, I don't know a lot about the bait casters and what's happening with it right now, but just like anybody else, I'm hoping they come out, because I do have some of the early prototypes, and they're pretty amazing. I like them. It's a high quality bait caster that's going to be at a pretty low price point, which is, it's pretty wild. So I do hope they come out, and I think they will.
Definitely gonna have to pair one with each one of my rods. So
yeah,
is there gonna be? Are they keeping the if you can answer this question, are they keeping the different series like green, gold, and black?
Maybe. Yeah. If we do end up doing a drop on them, yeah, I believe so. I don't think anything has changed there. But with the company that was doing our licensing, ran into some issues. I think they're okay now. So I think we're moving forward in that process. It's just taking some time. And, one thing that a lot of people don't realize about us is that we seem to be a pretty big brand, right? I mean, we're in Cabela's, Bass Pro, Academy, Walmart. We just dropped our apparel in Walmart and in Academy. You can find us in a lot of small mom and pop shops all over the country, but we're a small company. We're not a huge, big manufacturing company, which most fishing companies are. A lot of them are small, but there's some really big ones out there too. And I think we're a very young company that's still learning the curves. You know what I mean? But I think, like I said before, man, it's amazing what this company has done in the industry within the amount of years it's had its LLC. It's unreal to me. So
it's crazy. Okay, so the Googans themselves combined have over 1 billion views, and Googan Baits is still considered a small business. That's just freaking hundreds of thousands of packs been sold.
Yeah, Rob ran those numbers on viewership. And you can do that with ratings and stuff on TV shows and yada yada yada. But yeah, it's pretty wild how much viewership Googan has got, and that's definitely something to be proud of. That's huge.
Yeah, I think that's
not stopping. We're full throttle, and sometimes I hear people thinking that Googan's not going to be around. Well,
yeah,
you're going to be
see that all the time.
Googan ain't going nowhere. So,
yeah, I do enjoy watching people talk crap on the Googan group. I'm like, yeah, so they literally just sold out of 1,000 freaking cans. Mountain Dew literally just sold 1,000 cases of Mountain Dew
in like 3 hours.
Yeah, because people wanted the Googan bait.
Yeah. I didn't even get one of those packs.
I only got one, bro. That's my pack.
But
literally, that's it right there. Mountain Dew exclusive. My kids heavily enjoyed the Mountain Dew, though.
Yeah.
So,
that's incredible, and thank you to everyone that made that purchase with Mountain Dew. I mean, that's too cool to see, man. I mean, that's wild. It's humbling to see how many huge fans of Googan that there is out there that have been supporters for years. It's really cool. It's like a big family.
That's how I told you. I'm like, yeah, I am a fan. At the very baseline, I'm a fan.
Yeah.
But the connection between Googan and the veteran community, no other company has that.
Well, thank you. I mean, we try to. I mean, you got to think about it, man. If we didn't have the men and the women that fight for our country that we do today, and in the past, we would not be where we're at.
Oh no. Oh no.
It's just some of the comments that some people make. You kind of like, that freedom of free speech feels really good, doesn't it? So it's all good. It's all good.
If you only knew the cost of that free speech.
Yeah. I mean,
that's my main focus. I think every veteran should be set up number one through the entire country for everything that veterans do, that you guys have done, for people to have all the great things that we do in this great country we have. We wouldn't have it without y'all, period. Yeah, there you go. That's sick.
When freedom sings.
Yep, the freedom singer, buddy.
And I think that's really cool how Googan contributes to the products like that, and designs.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
I mean, they did the two things I love: America and Texas.
Oh, here you go. I'm gonna one up you on that. Hold on.
So there. Yeah, read that comment out loud there, Chris.
Love the green pink bait. Yas. Oh, Jamie. Like the pink and white bait I outfished you with repeatedly, after you gave me grief for my pick.
So we went crappie fishing. We went crappie fishing with my grandfather. And so my ex, we're in the creeks because they're running up the creeks breeding. And so she is literally, boom, just
You
literally.
bet, Brian.
Yeah, she's just casting nonstop. I didn't catch a damn thing, but it took me an hour to clean all of her fish because she wouldn't clean them.
Yeah.
I'm not sure you did catch something. It was called defeat.
Well, let me give you a little.
Trauma bonding you to that bait.
I'll give you a little backdrop on myself. Is how I got started fishing in East Texas with my grandfather, but then I moved to the Mesquite Garland area, and I met a lot of friends through Vietnamese, Laotian, Filipinos, and a lot of those guys taught me how to fish for white bass, crappie, striper, hybrid striper. So every time we went out, we fished. We were going grocery shopping. I mean, literally. So every time we went out, we're taking like coolers full of sand bass. I'm giving them to my mother-in-law or someone else in the family, and I'm having to clean them every single time, man. It's hard work, dude.
Oh yeah, dude. I don't like sand bass. It tastes like dirt to me. They live up to their name.
It's got to cook them right.
In the Asian community, man, and Laotians cook fish in so many different ways. So do Vietnamese and Filipinos. Man, there's so many dishes.
I'll be right back.
That are out there that are really, really good that I don't think people are aware of.
One of my favorite cuisines is from that genre of food.
Yeah,
because there's the diversity of flavor across the board.
Yeah, it's wild what they can do with fish. I mean, I've got a really good friend of mine, Tony, that he has a catering business and he does a food truck too. Man, he can. Dude, that boy can cook and fish. My God, he can do some amazing stuff with fish, dude. Like, it's wild. But y'all should look into some of them recipes. They're all over, man. There's a Laotian lady that my wife watches, and this lady she's got millions of. I think she has like 3 million subscribers. She's got a camera that faces down, and all she does is prep and cook the food. And it's all by hand. She doesn't even tell you how to do it. But she's got 3 million subscribers. And my wife.
I think I watched the same lady.
Yeah, my wife cooks a lot of her recipes. Like, she'll give you the ingredients and stuff, but she doesn't say anything. It's just a little music in the background. You see her hands working and that's it. But
you'll catch me heavy breathing real hard watching Food Talk.
There's a really good dish that Laotians make called lap. And it's like LARD, like lard, but they call it lap. But they have like a fish and a chicken and a beef, man, and you eat it with sticky rice, and you have like a dipping sauce. Dude, it's killer, man. It's killer.
I'll never be a skinny man, John.
Speaking of, Googan has Googan Eats now. And if you have not had this, go online right now because they sell out of this constantly.
Yeah.
Go online right now to GooganSquad.com. Use our code LSH. Get you some. It is a touch on the salty side because people always, when it comes to batter, I'm always straight up. But even Lieutenant Dan like this over his personal batter.
Yeah, that was pretty amazing to hear. And really, dude, that's one of the best that I've had. That's out there on the market. My wife actually made some with some white bass that I caught last night.
Oh, really? How was it on white bass?
It's great. Yeah, it's great.
I also use it on chicky tenders and chicken fried steak.
I've heard about
really?
People doing that. That's what I've heard. That's cool. Thinking outside the box. Way to go, guys.
It goes well with.
I'm sure my ex will be commenting here in a second too. Hey, bring that up with you. Really? Yeah, LFG, Norm. Who's the other one? Yakback?
Yep.
Oh, so at the grand opening for
the story behind this is before I worked for Googan, and I kind of been back and forth with Googan on getting hired coming from Mariner Sales, and I decided just to go up to the grand opening and kind of put a name with a face, because the last name Worm, nobody's gonna forget that. I mean, my God, my dad's nickname in the food business for Cisco was Fishbait. He opened almost every restaurant in the DFW district, like the Hooters in Addison. He opened that. God, what's it? There's an Italian restaurant that he opened, but everybody knew him as Fish Bait. But yeah, story behind this is I went up there to meet the guys, and this is actually after I met Rackley on the lake. So I went up there, and I was the last one in line. Met Yak Pack and Norm and Rackley, and had a conversation with some Catch Co guys, and then a few days later, I'm getting another phone call, and I'm back on the phone working a deal with Googan, and they brought me on, which is pretty cool. And then I was also told that quite a few guys from the kayak side that had YouTube channels actually went up to the ICAST booth and put in a good word for me, which was pretty amazing. So I don't want to throw any names out there, but some really great people that are in the fishing industry.
You're always so humble, John.
Well, I don't know. You gotta be human, dude. You know.
Yeah.
But
I
thought that was really cool, man.
You're really down to earth.
Yeah.
Always.
I think that's why our membership base loves you so much, is because you're just so down to earth and you really do want to help.
Well, here's my values on life, man. Money don't mean nothing. Materialistic stuff don't mean nothing. Your wealth is your family and your friends. You know, that to me, that's what's important. Your family, your friends, and you know, what you try to do and set examples for other people, and you know, you put in the hard work, good things will come. If they don't, they don't. I don't worry about it. I, you know, live my life day to day, but I want to make sure that I'm there to help other people. And, you know, that's just how I was raised, and, you know, Texas boy. So you know, with Lone Star Heroes, the whole thing is PTSD awareness. I don't advertise it as that because I get that stuff shoved in my face enough. And when I hear it, I'm like, ugh. I don't need it. Thank you. I know what I deal with, and I found my help. So my whole thing is to show a healthy, fun hobby that you can do anywhere. Yeah.
So, but what you don't see, because I can't legally show you, is some of the thank you letters we get, and we get so many thank you letters. For Googan for what y'all do, but it's come down to, you know, I'm not going to go into details because I don't want to like trigger anybody, but there's some dudes that were heavily struggling, and because like I roll around with Googan baits in my truck when I go to military bases. I pull up, I'm like, who fishes? And they're like, I do. And I'll grab a handful of Googan baits, toss it out the window, make them pick it up. I'm like, Googan, thanks for your service. And so is Lone Star Heroes. Here's a card. Tell them all about us and bounce. But, dude, Googan's made such an impact in the community just by the simple things of giving baits away.
Yeah, you know, and that's something I want to try to get better at, too. Like you're saying, you put stuff in your car. Shane Webb, that runs our Team Googan page over on Facebook, had a guy comment and said, whoever put a Googan bait under my windshield at the parking lot, thank you. And it was Shane. And I thought that was such a cool thing to do, man. And that's what this company's about. And that's what, just being a human being, man, that's what it's about. You want to help other people. You got to think that, you know, people go and serve for this country, and they put their lives on the line, and not everybody comes back straight-minded, right?
Oh,
and,
no.
you know, that affects family, you know,
Everything.
mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, daughters, sons. So I've had family members that I've lost, and my father lost a lot of people in Vietnam, and I've heard a lot of stories. And, you know, it's really important to me, because we wouldn't be able to have the life that we do here without our freedom and our constitutional right and everything. So I try to really support families, you know, veterans as much as I can, because it's not easy, man. I know it's not easy, and I can never say that I've been in that place, or I know how you feel. That's not the way to approach it. I want to help how I can, but there's no way that I can ever understand or feel what any of you guys do. But I definitely want to be there to help out. So I really appreciate you, Hurley, for, you know, coming to us and giving us the opportunity to, you know, come together. It's really cool, man. It's a cool relationship we got.
If you didn't give in, I'd stalk you. So
Chris did.
I mean, me and Chris haven't known each other that long. It's just crazy. A lot of people don't. Me and Chris really. I mean, but dude, it was like an instant. We just clicked.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe because we both
I've
had
been
this.
watching him for a year now.
We trauma bonded.
You know, it's a crazy thing, man. Like when you know people, and when I would used to work in the film business, I could have moved to LA, and I found out things about LA and the film business that I wasn't really digging. But when you go on auditions, it usually took like 100 auditions to land one thing. And those people that audition you, they know within the first 10 seconds whether they like you or they don't. And you know, that's kind of how I've always gone by with friendships and people that I know, you know, like,
Yeah.
and, you know, most people I meet are really humble, down to earth, good people.
Oh yeah, and me and you get along great.
Yeah.
I mean, we have the same vision. You get free labor out of me.
Dude, you help out a lot. I mean, I can't thank you enough on how many events you've come to, and we've just kind of gotten too crazy packed at one time. I mean, and it's so crazy because we'll get hit within 1 hour, it'll kind of die out in 30 minutes, and then we'll get slammed again, and you happen to be there for the event, you know. And yeah, it's pretty cool, man. So yeah, thanks for that.
Like I told Trey, I'm like, if you are going to take a chance on us, I'm gonna give you my all, and that means I'm here taking out the trash can or working an 8-hour shift, or and because like that's what Grant's like. Did you really do that? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, why? I'm like, you needed help, and you take care of us
on packages.
Yeah, and Chris was busy eating, so
yeah.
Chris was with my kids. I wasn't even with my kids.
You know, Grant's the first one that I interviewed to go over to Googan with.
Oh, really?
And, yeah, I had a conversation with him in the store, in the old store, the first time I applied, and I just thought, I was like, man, he's so young too. It's like, man, this is such a cool kid. Good kid, got his head on his shoulders, like he knew what he was doing. It was like, and then Jake worked with them too. So it's funny because Jake and Grant are my boss, and you know, I'm the old guy. I'm the old 46-year-old guy working with these young cats that know what they know. You know, they know what they're doing, and they're damn good at it.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know Jake was the OG cashier.
Yeah, yeah. Jake's been there a long time, and Grant has too. I mean, they're the original, I think, employees of Googan. But yeah, just cool people, man, with that company.
The original ones having to be like, all right, what did they come in and take while we weren't here?
Yeah. I can't. They trust me in the store alone. I'm like, y'all are fools.
But it's crazy, man. It's like you know, I walked into this store, I started working there, and it's like they handed me the keys to a classic Ferrari, and they let me do a whole remodel. You know what I mean? And they just let me do it. They trusted me with it, and it's pretty wild. But I mean, even the big dogs with the company, you know, our CEO, our CFO, the people that are invested with the company, you know, the big boys at the table. It's amazing how much trust and faith they gave in me to just let me rock and roll with this thing, and you know, give it my own creative process. And I'm just I'm glad it didn't crash and burn. It actually, everything turned out pretty good. So I'm just thrilled that people enjoy it. Yeah,
you're literally fishing history. I mean, I know you're not going to take it. I would love to have Trey on.
Oh yeah, Trey, dude. Trey is he is a brain. I mean, he's smart, man. He lived in Japan for quite a few years, worked for Shimano, got a very extensive background with the fishing industry. But I mean, even people that run the numbers with our company, man, they're just, it's cool that we can all get together, you know, and hang out and talk and sit down at the table. It's cool. I mean, when I worked in aerostructure, I ran the safety team for tooling and for maintenance. So I sat down for 2 teams, and I'm sitting down at a big conference table with probably 30 people, vice president, president, and you know, it's kind of structured like the military, and it's just very serious, hard conversations to have. And with this company, it's not so much of that. It's just, you know, you can use your creative process and everybody can just kind of throw their ideas out there, and nobody's going to get, you know, their hands chopped off for a stupid idea or something. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
I'm just really appreciative, man, where I'm at. I'm just appreciative. I'm lucky, and I'm humbled by it.
Well, and all those guys are super nice too. Like they're not afraid to come out and say hello to people, you know, interact.
Yeah.
Which is not something you would get from those, you know, bigger brands, if you will.
Dude, I've worked for a lot of companies, and I can only mention 2 that I really loved working for. And it's really this one and the last one before this. Everything else has been doggy dog, you know what I mean? And you're a number.
Mariner Sales. That's what you're talking about.
Dude, yeah. Eris over at Mariner Sales, he's a great guy.
He is. He's brains too.
Yeah, he got a big heart, dude. He's a super nice guy, and he's very, very smart with his business and his direction. So, and Duke is amazing over there. Dave and Chris, and they just brought Nick back on over there. And then they got Adrian. Adrian runs a lot of their website and marketing and stuff. So, yeah, if you guys ever are in the market for a kayak or accessories, go check out Mariner Sales. They got some killer products, man.
Duke is freaking amazing.
Yeah, he's awesome. Dude, that guy works so hard.
Oh yeah, I messaged him like, bro, I'm putting you on the jersey, or I'm gonna put you on the jersey. He's like, go for it, bro. Go.
That's cool. Yeah.
You don't need my permission. I'm like, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I mean, we're rekindling that connection. So, I mean, but look how far I've come.
Yeah.
I mean, and then I pulled up assets like, I mean, dude, this team I have is stellar. I mean, cool. Dude, Chris is an insane staffer.
Yeah, so, I'm glad Chris joined up with you. You got a lot of good guys on your team.
Yeah.
A lot of trustworthy people, you know. Of course, they're veterans, you know.
Yeah, like, I mean, I pick up
my daughter. Always going to be strong.
I pick up my daughter Thursday.
It was either he let me join or I just keep stalking him and showing up in his bedroom.
Joke's on you. Hey, buddy. I enjoyed it.
Y'all are ridiculous. Y'all crack me up.
Yeah, no,
just to be clear.
Hey, I still plan on getting that hovercraft running too. So we need to get the toys out. And
oh yeah, so
the hovercraft is running.
Yeah, I had. It doesn't have any spark anymore, and I think I screwed up the CDI just finally failed. But they never had that thing running right, and I started messing with it about 8 months ago, or maybe it was last summer, and I was repositioning the fan pitch blade. And you really have to. It's almost like tuning an engine, but the thing is, like you gotta put all the fins in the position, whatever angle degree it's at. Then you gotta test run it. So that's putting a lot of stuff together. It's a lot of working hours. But I'm on the 6th fan position, and if I get that thing right, it should rev up to 6,500 RPMs and get up to 35, 40 miles an hour. And you can drift that thing. And hopefully, I don't run it into a barbed wire fence. But if I do, it's gonna be some damn good content. So.
Chris is going on it after that.
Yeah.
Just fair warning. Growing up, all my friends that were really good mechanics and built stuff that was crazy, I was always the test dummy because I was the one dumb enough to push it to break.
You can be the test dummy all day because I still ain't broke a bone yet, but I feel like it's coming at my old age.
Well, I got this special crash rating suit, you know, that protects me. Everyone thinks I'm fluffy. It's just protection.
Yeah. Well, because if it's got a bad idea, Chris usually volunteers for it. So
100%.
That's funny, dude.
But yeah, I mean, it's just the fish. So anyway, the fishing industry is important to veterans' mental health, and Googan definitely helps us with that. I mean, dude, when I got out of the Army, I was a mess. I screwed up a lot of stuff. I screwed up a lot of great things. It is, I mean, and now I look back, it is what it is. But I got to reconnect. I reconnected with my daughter. Everything's going great. Her other dad has definitely benefited from. He gets the Googan love, and
that's good.
Yeah, it's funny because we all were wearing the Americana hoodie one day, and the dude's like, "Why are you all wearing that?" The car salesman, because they went to buy a truck. Car salesman, I said, "Why are you all wearing that?" I'm like, "Oh, that's my ex and her husband." He's like, "I'm like, yeah, dude, just go with it. Just go with it." But I mean, dude, it's just like and then, you know, what Googan does throwing down, dude, it just makes a massive impact on what we do. I mean, and we can't thank Googan enough. That's why we push y'all so hard, push the code so hard, and people use the code. I mean, when Trey told me I was beating some influencers, I'm like, no way.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. That's really cool. Like, heck yeah.
Googan's made a bigger impact than I ever thought would have happened when I came down there the first time and hung out. So
Yeah.
Which time? Like the first event or just coming down and hanging out?
the very first time I walked in.
Oh, yeah.
There's some other stuff that I won't mention yet, but just
You saving it for later?
yeah. Well, we gotta wait for it to drop. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, we need a Bass Mafia code, bro.
I'll talk to Trey about it.
Yeah. Well, I talked to him, and he was like, he's like, no, keep going with Googan. I'm like, okay, whatever you want. But talk to Trey about coming on the podcast. I mean, we're just nobody, but I mean, Trey's
That's a busy guy. That guy's got a lot on his plate.
But, oh yeah, I know. But God, that'd be amazing to talk to him.
Let's see, what's today? Today's Tuesday. Yeah, he's down in Florida for ICAST right now, and
but he's like you. He's so like you would. People like he'll walk by. Like I remember when the HQ was open, he'd walk out the door and he'd say hi or bye to people.
Yeah,
and I'm like, they didn't know that was the CEO of House of Outdoors that just walked by.
Yeah, you wouldn't know it. He's such a humble and just well-rounded guy. He's super nice, man. He's cool. He gets
it into his little Toyota Tundra, and I'm like, dude, he's like, you would never expect it.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying, man. From coming from companies that I used to work for to this one, it's just different. It's different, and just to be able to work in this fishing industry is cool, and it's wild, man. It's wild to see how much it's evolved, and even the technology. You know, you had all this drama with live scope and yada. But
I mean, like I understand not why we have live scope, but I will agree it does take some of the fun out of the sport.
Yeah, it does, and it's not fun watching people stare down at their screen all day, just giving it a day.
All day.
Come on,
I would say for me, my perspective too is that as someone new to it, it's a double-edged sword because you go out there and you're out there for 3 hours staring at a screen before you realize you've been out there that long, and you've just focused on one set of fish.
Yeah,
like the last time I went out, I just left it off and did 10 times better.
Well, it used to be a skill. You used to look for tree. You look for. You had to follow patterns.
That's the thing. I mean, it's a great technology. It's great for crappie fishing and finding bass. And people are pulling some big lunkers that have never been found before, right? With live scope. But I do think it could possibly hurt the industry. But I think we also need to get back to, bass fishing is a competition. It's a tournament. It's a competition on skill. I think it needs to go back to people's skill and what they've learned instead of staring at a screen.
Yeah, being able to read the water, the information on the lake that day. And
I mean, I'm not totally against it, but take that unit away from people and let's see who hammers
they really are.
The other, because some of these young guys are hammers, but let's be honest, they don't have the experience and the knowledge that some of these older guys that have been doing this for years do. You know what I mean?
They couldn't read a lake like Jimmy Houston or Roland Martin.
Yeah.
So I have a funny story.
Bill Dance.
Yeah. Not at all.
So, because he lives in my area and he's on the lake that's near me all the time.
Yeah.
And I've ran into him and I had no clue who I was talking to.
Who was it?
Scott Martin?
No, Jimmy Houston.
Oh, was
what?
What? He was giving me advice on sight fishing, and he helped me learn how to sight fish and walk onto a fish that was right there.
What?
And then he was just like,
God's name was aware.
You don't know who I am. He left.
I mean, they still make Jimmy Houston like baits.
He's a super nice guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, him and Bill Dance are probably some of the nicest people you'll ever. Dude, I saw Bill Dance about passed out because I was oh my God, I'm standing in front of a legend,
You know that Lake Amistad over there by you, Chris? You know whose childhood lake that is, right?
No. Oh, talking about the Scott Martins?
Yeah. Yeah, Scott Martin used to fish that lake as a kid.
I've watched some of his videos where he's out on the Lake of the Arbuckles as well.
Or Arbuckles is what I'm talking about. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. You said almost that.
Burned some of his spots because I watched the video and figured out where he was at.
I'm old. Yeah, dude, that's crazy. Like that's a lake that he fished as a kid. He was running with another guy on a boat shooting some content a while back, and he's talking about all these points and stuff he remembers. I think he was with his grandfather because his grandfather was a fisherman too, and he literally can remember places that he was flipping at as a kid. That's wild.
Yeah,
it's too cool. But yeah, we need to go hit that lake, dude.
Yeah, and it's rated like the third best bass lake in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely, because we need to get footage. We need to get some videos up.
I just need to get out again.
There's definitely during late fall and winter, you can average 6 to 8 pounders.
Yeah.
Just about every time you go out.
I need a break for me because I like hyper focus. I'm all in on Lone Star Heroes. But like next week, I told him I'm gonna be very, very limited. I'm gonna have limited availability because my daughter's here. But I make sure everybody else has fun. I don't get to have fun, and I need fun. Yeah. So, and we can also film at the same time and do something like this again. Just film us being morons on the lake.
Dude, I'm ready to get out and pretend that I'm Rackley with that camper build I just did. Dude, Rackley and his videos are like, I just want to be outdoors. I just want to be outdoors.
Hey, we're the Googan-ish squad.
Yeah. It's crazy, dude. I had to run some stuff over to Rackley. I guess I can say they're doing with Mountain Dew, obviously. But, yeah, I was kind of telling about the camper.
Wait. They're doing another thing with Mountain Dew?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's a for sure thing that we're going to be working with Mountain Dew for quite a while. So,
Chris, you have a new mission. We need to know.
Yeah, we're going to be doing some really cool stuff with Mountain Dew in the next year, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, Chris is working really hard to get Mountain Dew's attention.
Not sponsored yet.
You know, I can remember when Lojo was doing his podcast. What was it? Fishing After Dark?
Fishing After Dark.
With him and Ayo.
And they were just trying so hard to plug that Mountain Dew, man, and we finally did it. So that's cool. Yeah, Mountain Dew's awesome. Great group of people.
The first comment to be with them. Posted the Bandito bug bundle that I got one.
Yeah, those are some cool people. But I mean, I'm ready to get out and camp. Like I said, Hurley, I got that camper. It raises up by a Topper Easy Left. That's a killer product, man. Put that together and built that out, and I got AC unit running in it. I got 220 amp hours of FPV power in it from Mariner cells.
Well,
running with the FPV hub, so I could turn lights on and off with a switch, little remote.
We have an RV now, so
do a camper reveal, boat reveal, fishing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, dude, Worm showed me it yesterday. The back of his truck is so awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, he's living in luxury. AC. Dude, he has literally everything. He even has his coffee machine.
Oh yeah.
I've been trying to convince my wife to let me do that to the Dodge.
Worm's grumpy with that coffee. So
I can't wait to get that John boat done. That'll be a fun build too.
Are you filming it?
No, and I should be. I got the excuse that I don't have the time to film it. Just set up a camera, dummy, and film.
Set up a camera.
You know?
I bug him about every time I come visit, and he's working on it.
I'm just so busy with work. It's like I literally stay at the HQ sometimes till 8 or 9 o'clock at night, and I'm kind of back and forth on stuff. So I'll get stuff done with the boat, and then I got to go do something. Get stuff, it's like I'd be running back and forth, turning the camera on and on. It's just, I don't know.
That's why
maybe I'll build it and then I'll do it.
That's why I roll with this now. That's our camera box. This is I bought all the equipment. This is how I do all the recording. I got cameras.
Yeah.
The drone. I put everything in here, so I never have an excuse not to film.
Yeah.
But dude. I roll with batteries. Yeah, we roll. I roll deep.
Yeah, you
I
ready
mean,
to go?
so yeah, I'm always ready to go. The batteries are always charged. That way, there's no excuse because yes, we're a nonprofit, and I'm not out here looking for glory. I definitely have a face for radio. That's what. And yeah, but without putting out content, the message is not going
Is
to
that
spread.
drone the
Yeah.
one that landed in my yard?
Who said that?
Your neighbor, Joshua.
Joshua, yes, it is. Actually, yeah. So I was flying the drone through the neighborhood, and something interfered with the signal, and my son was hanging out the window. I texted because the last thing I saw was my neighbor's house. So
Yeah.
I texted him. I'm like, "Yo, bro, my drone is somewhere over there." I had my son hanging out the window, and we are hauling ass to the neighborhood, and there it was, just hovering in his yard.
Dude, I can't even fly my drone at the HQ without thinking I'm gonna take out 2 or 3 freaking planes. So they got that airport over there now.
Mm-hmm.
I can fly it like 3 feet above the ground, and it goes down and says no. I'm like,
Just so you know, fix that. So, but you can only fly in between aircraft.
yeah. I'm sure there's another app. I'm sure there's
an
an app out there I can pay $40 a month to fly my drone 30 feet in the air.
The DJI, I use the DJI app, and it works now. They did a huge update because I couldn't fly over my house sometimes, and they fixed it all, so it's all good now. Now I just got to keep it from landing in my neighbor's yards. So
yeah, that's funny.
But so, all right, y'all ready to wrap it up? We've been almost 2 hours. We're aiming for just an hour.
All right, well, yeah.
So
set it down.
Yeah, so because we could go on forever, but we're definitely doing this again. So watch our subscribe to our YouTube channel because we will be filming soon together, all 3 of us.
That's going to be entertaining.
Yes, we're going to call it the Googan Squad.
Which one of you
Fishing
big boys
Adventures,
is
the Googan Squad.
going to knock my ass in the water first?
Yeah, I have a habit of falling off boats, so it's fine. But so today's episode of Outdoor Warrior Podcast was brought to you by Googan Squad. You can use code LSH anytime on GooganSquad.com. And if you go to the Googan HQ, you and you're a supporter, let them know. Tell them, hey, Lone Star Heroes. But if you're a veteran or first responder, I got feedback. If you're a veteran or first responder, you get a 20% discount inside the store. I'd rather you use that than my code because that's Googan's thank you to y'all. And but if you go online and shop, use code LSH. We want to thank John Worm, the HQ operations manager, great friend of ours, great friend of Lone Star Heroes. I'm telling you, he has a massive fan base within our organization. People drive I'm telling you, people drive across the state to meet this man. So it's awesome. And thanks to my co-host, Tipsy Raccoon. Hey, why'd you do? Oh yeah, Tipsy Raccoon, aka Chris Steele. He is a different kind of stepper because he's from Texas but lives in Oklahoma, and he's part of both teams, and he's helping with content creation so we can help get the message out there. So we appreciate everything you do, Worm. Definitely, we can't thank you enough.
Ditto.
Because I couldn't do what I do without you or Googan. Or by other, and the various other sponsors, but for the fishing world aspect, Googan throws down big time.
Well, we appreciate you as a whole, man. We really do, and I thank you guys for having me on. It's been fun. Yeah, we'll have to do this again. So.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, we're like, man, if we can do like an hour and 10, and here we are 2 hours going. Oh crap! It's 10 o'clock at night, and we still have people watching.
I think my wife opened the door, wondering, when are you coming to bed? Because my bedtime is like 8:30 since I'm listening now.
Just tell your wife. Just tell your wife it was Hurley's fault. She's like, oh, it's okay.
Yeah, all good.
So, all right. So we thank you all for watching. Our next episode will be with Ugly Buck Minerals and Attractants because we're coming up on hunting season. Remember, GooganSquad.com, code LSH. Subscribe to the channel, follow the channel, go subscribe to Googan Squad. And if you haven't, go find Googan Labs. If you are wanting to get better at fishing, go watch Googan Labs. It is real training, real teaching, I am not a master at knots, and I've gone through there and learned 2 new knots because of Googan Labs. So go follow it. And thank you, John Worm. Go give Worm TV a follow. It's literally Worm TV. across the board. And,
Same
it's
logo
literally,
got over his left shoulder.
Hey,
You'll see my ugly face. It looks just
scoot over, Worm. There you go.
One.
Go find that. You say that's ugly, but that's actually a
Real
bad
quick,
picture.
before we end this, it is not fair how majestic you look with a beard.
Yeah.
Just want to say.
It's not, dude.
You know, just
look
put
like
a
total
Dos Equis in my
badass.
hand and I never hear the end of it.
Yeah. You're literally the most interesting man in the world with a Dos Equis in your hand.
I went to a Vietnamese wedding and I just got hammered on that all night. People crack me up. People
Chris
crack me
told me
up.
that the other day. He's like, dude,
People
have you
funny.
noticed how Chris was like, how majestic Worm looks with his beard? I'm like, dude, he'll grow it out and have like this amazing beard. I have to spend money on mine. And then he just shaves it.
But you know what? My poor beautiful wife, when I got to go with her somewhere and I got that beard growing out and I got her next to me, these people are looking at us like, what the hell did he do to get hurt?
Oh, they do. Beard, no beard. They still think that. It's okay. We're all in the same boat. So, yeah, dude, we all batted out of our league. That's for sure.
Bless my wife's poor heart. Oh, my God. Yeah.
It's like, hey, it's not my fault you have made poor decisions. Okay? That's just what it comes down to.
Exactly. Yeah. I'll give you a Hallmark card for flowers.
So, all right. Well, we appreciate you, Warren. We appreciate everybody that watched this. According to YouTube, this was actually a huge success. So I'm very happy. We got more. Warren will be back. And then I'm going to start wearing down Trey. I would ask Grant, but Grant's going to be like,
Grant's a tough one.
He is. Dude. Jake's scared of the camera. So Jake's out.
Tell Grant, I'm going to cook a steak with a car battery and jumper cables and a coat hanger if he doesn't do the podcast.
We're going to have another Peric moment. Jesus, you're going to have him. You're going to give the dude flashbacks. Oh, my God.
I would love to have Grant on because he is a genius. But Trey, definitely. But we got more episodes coming. We're going to do them about every other week. This has been fun. Worm, I'm sure Worm will be back multiple times. So
yeah, well, I want to say to everybody that joined on, thank you for all the support with Googan, and I want to thank everyone out there as well that are veterans and fought for this country. Is very important to people and like myself. So thank y'all very much. And if you ever need anything, please reach out, and Hurley and I'll do what we can for you. So Worm will open the door for the HQ to show you it. So. Yep.
Aaron Carey suggested a new idea for our channel, Googan Majestic.
There you go. I like it.
So it's us being idiots. So, but that's it. We appreciate it. Y'all have a good night, and we are out.